Welcome back to the Professional Battlefield 3 stream. Looks like we'll end up playing the same one that we played last time. I hope that's not too disappointing. We didn't really examine all of it though. Wow, look at this building. It's like a... I don't know what type of company would build this type of building. Well, I like it. Oh look, the tables are up against the windows to provide cover. Like, I guess this building has become repurposed. There's no longer anyone at the information booth. Can you get back there? Oh, look, I'm at the information desk. Hey, does anyone? Let's make sure I'm right about this. Yep. Okay. If anyone has any questions, I'm your man. So, Sergio's got a question. Let's look at that. Sergio says, thanks for addressing my comment. I love how you just minimize the game to refer to comments. What are the odds of the character dying due to this? Like, it's very contextual. Like, right here, not very much. I think we're in a safe place. We've put doors up against the window, so it's pretty quiet. Alright. Next question, because I am your information guru. I was surprised to see a waving flag in an enclosed and presumably windless space. He provides a link to the time, which is helpful. For instance, it has a slightly ethereal glow, too. Is it largely regarded as a non-diegetic object, strictly for some sort of gameplay functionality? I don't know entirely what diegetic means, but I think it means like something that's oh, hey, you need any information, just come. So non-diegetic I think means something that is kind of like that A is not in the fictionalized game world. I mean, you could kind of create an idea of the fiction where that would be part of it, but you know, it doesn't really match the rest of the stuff. And that flag is the type of thing Sergio was talking about, but it was inside and it was waving in the wind. So yeah, I mean, I think you can probably make some assumptions about whether or not it's diegetic or not. Considering it is interesting. I'm really glad Sergio brought it up because I don't really think about the non-diegetic versus the diegetic. Like this lion is mad diegetic. It's pretty cool, isn't it? You can see the texture stretched on his little nose. He looks kind of sad from this angle. So, you hear the sirens back there? So I keep on talking about how I want to talk about how the explicit goals of the game interact with the ability to appreciate the Echoes brand and the map and the sound. I mean, listen to that bow bow. And like that hill area is pretty interesting. Like, you really just want to go over here, don't you? Explore it. So I'm really interested in talking about how the objectives affect being able to kind of like appreciate this world. Now, that building's on fire. It's like, don't you want to save a baby right now? So let's talk a little bit about the game's objectives. There's this A, there's a B, there's a C. Yeah, sometimes there's A, B, C, D, E. Who is that? Hey. And how the game works is if this was another team's flag, I could like hang out here, and long enough for it to change to my team's flag, and then my team can now spawn at the spot. Also, whoever has more than half of the spots controlled gets an advantage because the other team loses points slowly, just automatically. So that's the broad objective. The less broad objective is, you know, not getting shot and shooting. And I think that's probably the much more obvious objective, and it's the one that, like, the one I just described about going to these sites gives you an idea of what's kind of like where to go, where should I be right now, whereas getting shot at and shooting back is the one that really affects how we read Rue Catherine and whether or not we do. And it's not just like the art that they choose that I'm really fascinated by. It's like I don't want to go through like it's a gallery, and I want to go through it like it's a gallery where I'm being shot at. Like that's what I think is kind of interesting. It's not like I'm not wanting the game to be something it's not. I'm just fascinated with how the getting shot and such affects my appreciation of the space, but also how, like, there's a space to be appreciated. I know that's confusing. We'll get there eventually. We'll figure out how to describe it eventually. I think I'm a medic, right? Can I give them a medic go here? Oh, help. Let's help this guy. Oh, that's a bad guy. Yeah, like, so why is this graffiti here? I was talking to Chrissy about this. Not this particular graffiti, but like, what does this do? You know, this is a game about, pretty much about running around and shooting each other. Why? So that's a different case because that's actually from bullets. But why is this sign "No trespassing" here? You know, why is this graffiti here? And I'm kind of cynical about what the intention. Personally, I think it's probably because this is a commercial game. It was sold, you know, for a premium, and I think I'm using the word premium correct. It was sold for like $60 a pop, and I think that, and it was sold to this like shooting crowd, this like a group that enjoys this type of game where there's a lot of money and development going on with these. Well, I guess that's not gonna work out. With these this genre, which is you know, shooty soldier boy, and so there's these market expectations, and I think the market expectations are basically it's got to look good, it's gotta look diegetic, is that right? So they have to, like, so for instance, if this texture was used as the same as the texture for that poster, people would complain about it and be like, they'd be like, oh, that was lazy of the developers or something. So my cynical view is that the reason that there's so much artistry in how these things are put on here is because the market demands it for their product. But that said, that doesn't have to be how we appreciate it. And I'm sure that the people that worked on the game, you know, appreciate, you know, the work that they put into it, the craft of looking at those reflections as we go through. You know, that's pretty cool. Isn't that neat? Those reflections there as we move. It really looks like a shiny tile. But it's not just the artistry I'm interested in examining either. I'm fascinated with Battlefield's use of space, or not use of space so much as like the pacing of this game is a lot different than something like Call of Duty or Insurgency or Graw or Monday Night Combat or other shooters. It's distinctly different. Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, Squatty. The pace of this game is much slower. Like, I can go back upstairs. Like, if this is too much for me, I can, you know, and I'm not really paying too much attention to the objectives of the game. I can just, like, remember when we were having a battle up here? I jumped over here and healed that guy, right? So, now it's quiet time. Like, now we can just chill. Like, there's real, I mean, yes, there is still danger of someone coming up and stabbing me and taking my dog tags, but it's really unlikely. And that allows this game to have, I don't know, a certain, like, that undulation between the frantic mess of the front line and within the same match getting to experience that environment as just a place that you hang out in is something I really enjoy about this game. In that those expectations of the market we were discussing earlier of making everything look good, it actually really comes through when I have the ability to pay attention to it. Yeah, I guess that's my main point. But no, that's not my main point, because my main point is like, this is a riddle that can never be solved. This is a riddle that can never be solved. Let's listen to some music. I love how the when you put music on, the rhythm of the shots becomes part of the music in the explosions. It's almost like it's quantized. Whoa, everybody just died for that one. Well, I don't think we lost any lives. I think everyone got healed. That was pretty crazy. Look at this craziness. That was great. Let's go back to the information booth. It's like, in reality, like, the fantasy of roleplay in this type of, you know, non-shooty roleplay in this environment really appeals to me in concept, but I would never show up. Like, I have to have, ooh, is this, I need to put a flashlight on my gear. It's just the fantasy of the concept that appeals to me. I wouldn't show up if this was just a game where, if this was Second Life. If I just showed up and we talked about, you know, our dogs and, like, pretended like this is a vet or something. Well, this would be a really nice vet, What would this be? I don't even know what this building... This is cool. This is more like wandering around the city. Oh, look. I like how you can see that through there. There's yellows and there's blues and there's squares. And there's, like, star lines. It's really pleasant. Yeah, I need the shooty. Because it's like it feels immediate, and not only that, but it's like this. Oh, here we go. It's a diegetic. I hope I gotta stop using that word because I don't know if I'm using it right. It's a way to interact. It's a game supported way to interact with other people who are playing the game. In discrete. Not discreet like quietly, but discreet like very what's the word I'm looking for? Like quantitative ways, and those ways are shooting bullets back and forth and healing, largely supplying. Also, I really like, I don't have my smoke on, but I really like the fact that whenever I throw my smoke grenade, other players can see it. Ooh, got hit. Ooh, ooh. It'd be cool if there were other ways to interact with the players. But Battlefield does, to be honest, Battlefield does a pretty good job just because I can heal them and repair their tanks and stuff. And that's more than typical. That's more than you can typically do in these games. Alright, I'm just gonna end it. You have a good one.